A powerful earthquake of magnitude 7.1 jolted southern Japan, sending tremors across Kyushu and as far as the southern regions of South Korea. While one person has been confirmed dead, hundreds others have been injured. According to reports, several might have been trapped and dead amid the rubble. The public broadcaster NHK has said that 30 of its employees are missing. Around 3 lakh people have been instructed to go to evacuation centers. Visuals from the CCTV footage showing the violent shaking after the tremors hit Kyushu soon after the earthquake. Japan Met Agency issued a tsunami advisory warning that waves of up to 1 meter or 3.3 feet could occur as a result of the earthquake. However, the warning was later lifted. The Japanese Prime Minister has now said that the powerful earthquake caused several injuries, ending up with collapsed buildings, started multiple fires. Nearly 40,000 homes were left without electricity. Rail services were shut as a result of the earthquake. Kumamoto Airport shut its runway, with airlines diverted, flights cancelled. Aerial footage shot from a helicopter showing a collapsed bridge, a damaged shrine, smoke rising from buildings on fire. Visuals also showing sections of the iconic Kumamoto Castle. Outer stone walls, parts of the framework crumbled under the impact of the heavy tremors. The castle was still undergoing a massive multi-decade restoration following the severe damage from the 2016 earthquakes.
How can I put it? I felt as if my body was hovering mid-air, so for a moment I didn't realize it was an earthquake. It was only when I saw it collapse, the wall, that it dawned on me that it was an earthquake.
Following the earthquake, reports emerged of what the witnesses described as an explosion at a shopping mall as well. Police said they received multiple reports of a loud blast, but the epicenter was located near the cities of Uki and Uto in Kumamoto Prefecture, at a shallow depth of approximately 10 kilometers. Warnings have been issued for Kumamoto, Nagasaki, Kagoshima and other prefectures, all on Japan's southern Kyushu island. In response to the massive earthquake, the Prime Minister has now formed an emergency task force. Authorities also assured that no immediate abnormalities were reported at the nuclear power plants after the earthquake struck. People staying in close proximity to the coast have been urged to evacuate.
The government has established the Prime Minister's Office Emergency Response Office within the Crisis Management Center at the Prime Minister's office immediately after the earthquake. In addition, an emergency task force of senior officials from the relevant ministries and agencies was convened.
But what also makes Japan so vulnerable to earthquakes is the big question. The country is located along what is known as the Ring of Fire, constituting volcanoes and oceanic trenches encircling the Pacific Basin. A tremor is recorded every 5 minutes in Japan, reportedly. In fact, Japan accounts for about 20% of the world's earthquakes of magnitude 6 or more. And this marking the third earthquake to hit Japan in the past 2 months itself. Earlier, on the 25th of June, a strong 7.2 magnitude earthquake struck off the northeastern coast of Iwate Prefecture of Honshu Island, while another 5.5 magnitude earthquake struck Greater Tokyo region. This was on the 16th of June. In fact, the JAC and Imran Khan's party PTI also released multiple videos showing empty polling booths across POK. And the trouble for the Munir-led military establishment is not limited to POK alone, remember. In Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, incarcerated ex-Prime Minister Imran Khan's sister Alima Khan received a grand welcome as she launched a campaign for his release. She also demanded an end to his solitary confinement and sought immediate medical care for the PTI founder, who, remember, has been in jail for nearly 3 years now. And this also raises a fundamental question. With the turmoil on the rise, Balochistan, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, is the POK election merely a pretense? It is a farcical election, of course. But is it also aimed at trying to divert attention away from Munir's deadly crackdown, with the allegations of massive rigging rocking even the first phase of this farcical election, in which PMLN won 9 out of 13 seats? The embarrassment for Pakistan continues to mount. During the recent protests by the youth against the alleged NEET paper leak in India, many politicians, bureaucrats face backlash over their children studying or working overseas. Protesters blame the leaders and officials of being out of touch with the realities faced by the youth, while their own was studying and living in other parts of the world. This issue is not unique to India, of course. It takes place in many parts of the world. But this conversation brought the focus back on China, where an existing practice actually names and shames such acts by authority figures. Over decades, the Communist Party of China has tracked, monitored, and at times named, shamed, or cracked down on the practice of officials sending their spouses or children abroad to live or settle. Let's tell you more about this. They are referred to by the derogatory term naked officials, quote unquote. China views the issue through the lens of corruption, illicit asset flight, and personal enrichment. If an official's family is abroad, the government may also regard it as a potential national security risk, warranting scrutiny, disclosure, and restrictions. This is not, however, treated as automatic proof of guilt. This policy, however, is also not new in China. In 2009, the Central Commission for Discipline Inspection of the Communist Party of China called for increased oversight of the so-called naked officials. In 2010, the Ministry of Supervision formally introduced regulations to strengthen the management of the state functionaries whose spouses, children had both emigrated abroad. The primary focus was information gathering and enhanced supervision to prevent corruption, illicit asset transfers, and capital flight. Since then, the policies have been tightened. By the end of 2014, the Central Organization Department of the Communist Party reported identifying around 3,200 so-called naked officials nationwide, with more than 1,000 either disciplined, reassigned, or otherwise removed from the sensitive posts. The next major crackdown came in 2022, when the Communist Party of China Central Committee prohibited spouses and children of ministerial level officials from holding overseas real estate or shares in foreign companies. In the past 12 months, there have been renewed internal inspections. The wider net has also reportedly included quasi-naked officials whose children live abroad but whose spouses remained in China. In India, there is no law requiring ministers, MPs, MLAs, or senior civil servants to publicly disclose if their spouses or children are permanent residents or citizens of another country, or whether their immediate family lives abroad for study or work. During elections, candidates are required to disclose their own assets, liabilities, financial interests through affidavits filed with the Election Commission of India. Such a framework, if introduced in India, would be intended to promote transparency, accountability, and conflict of interest safeguards. It would not presume wrongdoing or corruption, nor would it actually justify sweeping conclusions about an individual's loyalty, integrity, patriotism. There is nothing inherently wrong with sending one's child abroad to study, work, or live. And doing so does not by itself amount to evidence of corruption, divided loyalties, or disloyalty to India. So should India establish a transparent disclosure regime beyond just finances? Think about this.